Hi, and welcome back to Ion Radio. I'm Ken.
I'm John.
And today we've got a special treat for you guys. John, what are we playing today?
We're playing the new OP kit, the Summa Of All Things.
That's right, and as you can tell just by looking at what I'm wearing, I am clearly running Han Solo and Millennium Falcon and being Rebels today. John, what are you bringing?
I wish I could be the Rebels, but I decided to go with the Imperial instead.
So we're going to go through our kind of interesting lists, which the rule set for here is kind of unique. 4 squadrons, only 2 can be unique. It's a minimum of 4 squadrons, and then it's 200 points?
200 points, no large or huge ships, maximum of 1 medium ship, and maximum of 1 flotilla. No commanders.
It's also worth noting that you only get 67 points of squadrons, and that was difficult for me to kind of build to, but we'll talk more about that later.
Big shout out and thank you to all of our Patreon members. If you'd like to join those ranks, there's a link down below.
All right, so stay tuned to the end of our episode during our after action report, where we're going to talk to you about the details of how to win one of our giveaways.
So let's check out these new fleet builds and then get to Summa action. Okay, so here's my fleet. No commander. It's a Gladiator II class Star Destroyer with Chart Officer and the Demolisher title. A second ship, Arcaten's Light Cruiser with Chart Officer and Linked Turbo Laser Towers. For my mandated 4 fighters, I have IG-88, IG-88B, and a TIE Interceptor and TIE Fighter.
Coming in at 194 points is my Rebel fleet. I'm starting out an Assault Frigate Mark IIB with Waylex Blissix, quad laser turrets, advanced projectors, and linked turbo laser towers. I have a GR-75 medium transport with Adar Talon and boosted comms. And 4 squadrons, Han Solo leads the charge in the Millennium Falcon, along with Kanan Jarrus and a Hawk 290 and 2 A-Wing squadrons.
Ken has the bid and he is second player, so here's my fleet. Speed 2, Gladiator 2. Speed 2, Arcaten. You have IG, the images are the same, so give me a second. That is B. This crazy fella is just normal IG-88. We have a TIE Fighter and a TIE Interceptor.
On the Rebel side, I have Waylex Blissix in an assault frigate over here at speed 3, and Adar Talon on the, not the Gazanti, the medium transport, now moving at speed 2. Han Solo in the Falcon, Kanan Jarrus in his Hawk, and I have 2 A-Wings. The Summa-Verminoth is here in the center, and we can see our 5 coaxium containers here. At the start of turn 1, all the rebel ships will gain a navigate token. And John, you are player 1.
Player 1. Before the ship activates, we decide who controls this. No one controls this. Moving on. Architen is revealing a navigate. We're going to take it as a navigate, and we're going to move our speed 2 right to there. Before Ken activates his ship, we're going to check for control. I now have 2 points of control on this and gain this clever token. Because I have control of it, I get to move it. We're going to move it its speed 2 with 1 click to there.
So now I get to start my activation. We're going to activate the transport. We're showing a squadron. We're going to go ahead and use it. We're going to activate 2 squadrons. We're going to activate Han Solo first. Han Solo can move, speed 3. So we are going to jump over here. So we're within range of both of these. He will activate. I don't get to shoot anything. And then we're going to activate this A-Wing. Move to speed 5 so we can jump pretty clear over, but can't get far enough away. And we'll land there. Adar Talon, since we're done with the squadron command, can toggle one of my sliders. Han Solo will be retoggled. And now we move the GR-75. We're going to attempt to cleverly avoid landing on the Summa. However, I will overlap Kanan just a little bit with the shield dial, so John, you can put Kanan somewhere else.
He's rogue, right?
He is rogue, yes.
So he can go back there.
So we're now at the next activation here, and the Summa is now under my control. So I gain the...
You actually have 2 control points.
2 control points. That's kind of cool. Look at that, guys. I'm getting a control token. And here we go, moving the Summa. Unfortunately, though, I cannot get in there. Put this exactly out of the way. This goes back exactly where it was. Oh, actually, I don't overlap. I thought I was going to. Not as wide as I thought it was, folks.
Now we're going to go with the Gladiator. It's revealing a nav. We're going to take it as a nav, and then we're going to move our speed 2. After our movement, we can do a demo shot, and we can see what's in range. Do I have Lando? No. So we will shoot at
generic A-Wing.
The generic A-Wing. 2 blue dice. Take
For
1.
1 hit. He lucked out, the Summa not getting him.
Okay, so we're measuring close range fighters for control. Ken has 1 control point. I have 0 from fighters. Distance 1 to 2 for ships. Right? Is that the right?
Yep, 1 to 2 for ships.
So I have 4 control points, 4 to 1. Ken gives me the token back. Yeah! And then I get to move this back to where I wanted it to begin with, which is over here.
Put in the comments below, guys. Will this move beyond these 2 positions?
And then you can actually go.
We're going to activate the assault frigate nav. We're going to use it as the dial, adding an extra yaw on the first click for speed 3. And we're going to avoid this asteroid field because we know how much I love asteroid fields. There we go, John. All right, so we're at the start of the squadron phase. The Summa-Verminoth is going to activate. He is going to attempt to devour the A-Wing because that's one of 3 squadrons.
So the player at this phase that does not have the control token, which is Ken, has to choose one of these 3 effects.
So when we're devouring, we roll a number of black dice equal to the remaining hull. So we have 3 hull on that A-Wing. We roll 3 black dice and see how many hits we get. And the A-Wing loses 2 hull. It is still alive on 1.
Okay, so now that we've started the squadron phase with the Summa, we get to move into squadron phase, and I get to go first with IG-88 in his IG-2000. It's this guy here. I'm going to jump him. I can jump him all the way to touch Han, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to move him so that he's at distance 1 of there and distance 1.
So engaged or not engaged with the A-Wing?
Engage with A-Wing because I'm going to be attacking.
Okay.
Okay. Ready? He attacks you with 4 blue dice. And I get a hit.
So that is a dead A-Wing.
And I ignore, counter, and escort.
Isn't that great that IG-88 can do that?
Yes. So, boom.
I guess this goes away.
Yes. And then we're going to be moving the other IG-88 to be like right here. And it's also going to lock down Lando. Han. I see a Millennium Falcon, I just assume that it's Lando, because Lando is just so much better. Ryan, it's so much better. Hitting you with 2 blues and 2 blacks. 4. Take 3.
Alright, well, we will brace that to 2. I don't really get to do much anything else with that. Han Solo gets to activate, and when he activates, he's within range of this Coaxium token, so he's going to take it. That goes onto his card. Millennium Falcon has cargo. And then let's go ahead and we've got a scatter. We're going to shoot up against IG.
IG-88 has 2 counter. IG-88B has 1 counter. If that's going to make your choice.
We'll go against IG-88B.
Okay, he is the black cockpit.
Gotcha.
B for black.
So 2 blues, 2 blacks. And 4 with no accuracies. I don't think I have any way to change that.
He scatters and he will counter you.
Okay.
Hit.
Well, I think I'm going to take it. And then Han does not get to run away. Kanan. Kanan can move speed 3. So he's as far up as he can go. He can also get IG-88B. Let's see if we can't do something here. Kanan, 2 blues and a red. Block the scatter, take 2.
Okay, I take 2 and I counter you with 1. Hit.
Taking it.
Now I get to just move squadrons. This guy is gonna come in here, tag you up, and the TIE Interceptor is gonna land. Hold on, I need to actually measure. Okay, cool. And the TIE Interceptor is going to land here, lock in. Basically, everyone's locked down in this mean squad ball.
A-Wing's going to move ahead. Let's see if we can't do something here protecting Han. And I'm going to go right over here. I think that engages pretty much. All right, it won't engage IG-88B, but it will A and those guys. We're going to cloak Kanan. Kanan's going to move back over here. So he will be within range of that token there. So starting at turn 2, I get to roll a blue die to determine what happens here in the Maelstrom. We have a hit, so no effect. Start of turn 2, Han Solo is going to choose to activate. So when he activates, he takes this Coaxium token. So he now has 2. And then he's going to fire at the TIE Interceptor. 2 blues, 2 blacks. And that is a dead TIE Interceptor.
Okay, and then it's going to counter you. It will get swarmed. We're going to swarm one of those for nothing.
All right.
That was a worthwhile 11 points.
So before the activation, the Summa-Verminoth is going to move. I have control of it.
You have 1 from that command, and
1.5 from fighters, so 1 more.
1. I have technically 1.
Yep. So the transport is why I have control. So we're going to move the Summa forward 2.
So there. Now I get to activate. We're activating the Arc-10. When the Arc-10 activates, it's going to pick up the Coaxium, put it on itself, and we're going to be revealing squadrons. We're going to activate first this lonely TIE fighter. It's going to attack Han Solo with 3 dice. We're going to swarm the crit and block both. You can have 1.
Okay, Han Solo takes 1. Down to 3.
Then we're going to activate IG-88. OG. He's going to hit you, again, Han Solo, with 4 blue dice. 4, block 1 of them, and you can have 2.
So we will brace that to 1. Take 1 more. Millennium Falcon's taking a lot of damage. But, you know, whenever it's in the Maelstrom with the Summa, that happens.
And then it's going to move. This guy won't be overlapped. I'm just going to kick him out of the way. We're going to move ourselves right there. Check in for control. Both my ships are at close range. All of my fighters are at distance 2. And Ken. So I have a total of 5 to Ken's 1. I gain the control token.
I don't want to give it to you, John.
And then I get to move it, and I'm going to do this maneuver right here. And then we return the fighters.
So Kanan goes back here. He is now overlapping it. That's
Cool.
scary. So Kanan loses a brace token, and, well, that's it, because that's the only one you overlap. So now we go to activation. We are activating the assault frigate. We have a concentrate fire. We're going to use that as the dial. We're going to take my first shot. We're going to go up against the Gladiator here. So this is out my front arc long range to the front of the Gladiator. So 2 red dice. So we have a hit and a blank. Let's go ahead and confire in another red. And then LTT the blank. 4, that was 2. So that is 4 with a crit.
We will, at long range, cancel out the double.
Okay.
We will brace it and take 1 to the front.
And because I can, I'm going to take a long-range shot at the... We're going to go towards the side of the Architans here. So it is obstructed. So 2 red dice again. 4... Block the evade. Take a crit.
Okay. I will... You're attacking where?
Your left side.
Okay, we will redirect it to the rear.
Now movement. And I'm going to spend the token off of the ship to drop to speed 2. And land right here, skirting along that asteroid.
Ken has 1 command. I have 2 commands. Ken has 3 fighters, and I have 3 fighters, so I maintain control, and I get to decide where it moves.
Towards your ships, right, John?
That would be a no. It's going to overlap, so it has to fall back. It's going to overlap at 1 and land where it is. This ship, I have to roll a blue dice. If it's a hit, you get a face down.
Correct.
It's a hit. You get a face down.
So 1 face down damage on the GR75, but when it's done moving, Kanan loses another brace token.
Okay, now we actually go into activation. I have a squadron. We're going to activate the 1 remaining squadron, and we're going to shoot at Lando.
Han.
I'm going to just keep calling him Lando the entire game. 2 blacks and 2 blues. For block your good brace and take 1.
I will take 1 then. Well, I won't. Han will take 1.
Prefer to give it to Lando, though. And then the Gladiator is going to shoot... Oh, also, we pick up that, so now it has it. And then we're going to shoot close range out the side into the front of your ship. That's going to be 3 blacks and a red dice.
Black went jumping.
4.
4. We're at close range, right?
We are.
Go ahead, re-roll double, please.
Double.
All right, we are going to brace that to 2 and redirect it to the far side. So 1, 2.
Then we're going to go ahead and move speed 2 right to there, and then we're going to flak out the front. I believe we can shoot everything out the front unobstructed.
Which one do you want to go for first, John?
We're going to shoot first at Han. It doesn't matter. Han dies.
Yeah, well, I'm going to brace it anyways, and then he ejects himself out the
Before
escape
he
pod.
moves?
But before he moves, that's right, we have Coaxium.
And I have to put it out.
These go touching the base, right?
Correct. That's why it's like, we've got to do it before. Okay, and then we'll shoot at your A-Wing. For 1.
Okay. Then I counter back. No, I'm kidding.
And then I shoot at the other dude. For 2!
2, and I have no defense tokens, so he takes 2.
That's going to end my activation. Control remains on my side. So we're going to do the exact same overlapping thing. So overlap, overlap, land back where it is.
So that will actually do 1 damage to Kanan. He is destroyed.
And then we're going to be rolling a blue dice to see if we can do damage to this ship. It's a hit.
So that is a 2nd damage to the GR75. Wow. It activates now. So squadrons, we've got 1 A-Wing squadron to go, so you know what? He activates. He cannot pick up Coaxium, but he can shoot at the regular TIE fighter. So that is 4 blues?
3.
3 blues. I want it to be 4.
Not an X-Wing.
For 3 damage, that blows up the TIE fighter.
Kaboom!
And just because I can, Adar Talon
Says he could do it again.
says he could do it again later. Now for the complicated part here is that I have a GR75 that cannot shoot and has to move. So let's see what my options are. All right, I'm going to spend the token on the GR75 to increase to speed 3. And do this maneuver here, which is going to overlap definitely that IG. Right there.
Oh, let me put my ship down
Yeah,
and then I
probably
can...
should put ship down first, yeah. So start of the squadron phase, the Summa-Verminoth does its thing. You have control, so I get to...
choose one of the 3.
Right. It's going to attempt to devour IG-88.
And when it does that, I have to discard my scatter token.
Well, that's all that happens. And then we've got 1 squadron left. That's this A-Wing that Adar Talon was so kind to tell to redo its thing. When he activates, he does not get Coaxium, but he does get to shoot at IG-88. So 3 blue dice, and you have no tokens. So take 1.
I will take 1, and I counter with 2. Take 1.
Well, he'll take 1. So we both take 1. Turn 3, Maelstrom effect. Let's see what we've got. We have a hit, so again, no effect.
Start of turn 3. We're going to be activating the Architect. Before that, we determine who has control. Ken has 1 point. I have 5 points. So I control it. It gets to move this way. And then we activate the Architect. The Architect is revealing a squadron. When we do that, we're going to snag up one of these tokens, the one that's under you. We'll just move it later.
We'll grab that one later.
And then we're going to activate this guy. Actually, we want to activate this guy behind here first. So this guy is going to activate and pick up this token. And he's going to fly up here, and he's going to shoot at that A-Wing.
Yep. We're going to pick on the A-Wing.
And that's that one. A-Wing. No, I actually want to do another order. Oh well. Here we go. A-Wing's dead.
A-Wing is dead. I do get to counter back. So counter 2. This is the one that I can counter, right?
That is correct.
Yeah. So take 1 that you're going to scatter.
Scatter it.
And here goes the A-Wing. I'm out of squadrons, John.
Correct. And then this guy is going to pick that one up. Ka-chunk. We're going to shoot into your side.
Okay.
I don't even know what it shoots with. Black dice. Hit.
We're just going to... You're rolling. I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to take it into the side, right?
And
you want to take that one right now? Here, we'll push it up.
whip it up. Okay, cool. That's on the Architect.
Correct.
And then this guy just pieces out all the way to the game edge. Like so. Architect now is going to shoot into your side. 3 reds. And we will re-roll the hit with Link Turbo Laser Towers. Take 4.
We're going to scatter all of it.
What? No. And then we're going to be moving ourselves. I can't do that. So we're going to do that.
Avoid it. No, you're good.
And I'm good?
Yep.
Perfect.
We're going to activate the transport.
Before it happens, this bad boy I still control, and he's going to be moving into Ken's deployment zone.
So the transport reveals a squadron dial, which I'm going to... I'm going to take it as a token, just in case. I had an A-Wing at the beginning of the turn. Then we're going to flak out the side. I only have the one shot at him at IG-88B.
No, that's okay.
Or
that is B.
That is B. So you've got a scatter here. Here's a single black die against you. It's a hit.
I will just take it.
Okay. And we are moving at speed 3. So I'm going to be on the other side of the board here. If I'm in your deployment zone, do I get points, John?
No. Now the Gladiator is going to go. It's revealing a Navigate. We will use it because I already have a token of it. And we're just going to slide ourselves over to there.
I'm going to go ahead and move or activate the assault frigate. I've got a nav. We'll use it as the dial. Throw an extra yaw here at speed 2. And I could make shots, but I don't think that's going to be necessary, and we're going to see why in just a second. So, squadron phase, there's nothing in range of the Summa, so nothing happens there. We end the round, and because we are at the end of the round, If the Summa-Verminoth is within a player's deployment area, which it is removed and that player loses. All right, well, welcome back. John, what'd you think about that?
This has been a ton of fun. And now let's talk about our giveaway.
That's right. We're doing a giveaway, and for anyone that wins, the individual that wins, you will get an Intensify Fire power card. You will get one set of the cardboard for the Summa All Things and the 3 sheets of setup and rules for this particular OP kit. And we actually had a lot of fun. So, John, let's talk about that.
Okay, so the way to enter is you need to be a subscriber and you need to add a comment to this video. And Ken, what do we want them to comment?
If you can, mark down not only what you enjoyed about this episode, which is kind of going to be our question for the day, but use hashtag Summa, that's S-U-M-M-A. The information here is right below.
Okay, after 2 weeks of the release of this video, we're going to draw a random winner. And we're going to send out the set so you can play this on your own.
And we will let you know how to contact us at that time.
Okay, so let's talk about the game. Was it what you were expecting?
No, it was not. I'm going to say this was not Armada, but it was a blast. You got to play with Armada ships, and I did get to pull off the Han Solo activating a few times, and Adar Talon was kind of cool. So, win or lose, this was not what I was expecting and ran completely different. What about you, John?
So, I actually really enjoyed it. It was an interesting way to do a completely different objective.
Yeah.
And after so many years of playing the same objectives in Armada, having something completely different was a lot of fun. It was like tug-of-war push to push it across the table, and then like you had crazy things like lashing out and devouring squadrons.
Right, yeah.
Like the one turn you had to choose of what terrible thing you had to do to your own ships.
Right. It's like, do I want to eat an A-wing or do I want to hit like 5 different things? Like, let's just eat the A-wing. And then I had the opportunity to, attack your Architans, the Gladiator, and then unfortunately I would have hit a whole bunch of my squadrons. It's like, well, I could maybe do something. Like took the scatter token from IG-88B? A?
One of them. They're clones. It's really hard to...
But I chose just to do that instead of trying to do damage and spread it. That would have been really cool and neat, but I think I did more in this regard. So, kudos. I really enjoyed the difference. It wasn't surprise attack or contested outpost or solar corona.
There were tokens involved.
There were tokens involved.
And I farmed all of them.
But are we really expecting anything else, guys, from John farming tokens?
Yeah.
I thought some of the dynamics of how, like you're saying, that tug of war with the Summa was really cool. Being able to move backwards with it was unexpected. And the control mechanism, I think, was another nifty thing. And I had so much fun. And this was a quick gameplay. So... yeah, I 100% agree with you, John. It's a non-standard objective, a different way to play the game, and I would love to see something like this in regular Armada play, but that's me.
New objectives!
You got any other interesting thoughts on this one, John?
No, I'm actually excited to try it again.
So am I. So who knows, if you stay tuned in maybe, I don't know, say 2 weeks?
True. There is an event that's going to be taking place at one of our local game stores. They got their own boxes of... this event, so they're going to be running an event, I believe, on November 20th over at our friends at Games Plus, so you should check out their Discord and their store to find out information how to get involved with that. I know the tickets are going to go fast, and with this being out on the internet, we might have a lot of people interested in it.
Yeah, so we'll put a link for that down below, so check it out. It's a good group. It's one that John and I do play with all the time.
Ken's going to be there, and he's going to be interviewing people to see their take on it.
Yeah, so stop by, say hi.
Okay, big shout out to all of our Patreon members. With your help, you help us make improvements and do great things on the channel, so there's a link right below.
All right, so thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'm Ken.
I'm John.
And this is Summa All Things.